Testing 1, 2, 3. Hey, welcome in, welcome in. It is I, once again, Professor Craft, back in our All the Mods 9 world for a little series. I like to call it All the Derps, because we're gonna have all the derps, every single one. So when we left off, we had just we did a lot of things, but mainly we were setting up some initial machines. We used some machines from Integrated Dynamics. We set up the mechanical squeezer. We set up a generator, a diamond? No. Yeah, I think it's a diamond tier generator. It's a generator, a basic generator. We set up a mechanical drying basin. And we also got some machines from EnderIO set up. So we have the alloy smelter and we have the sag mill. And we're going to need more silicon. And that means we need sand. And that means we need cobble. So we need to make a smart cobble-works. And what do I mean by smart? I mean, well, we could very easily get as much cobble as we want with Create. Okay? That's no problem. There's a mechanical drill. We use a regular cobble gen, but use a mechanical drill. The problem is when the storage backs up, the cobble just kind of pops out into the world. And first it creates a lot of lag. And then it can actually corrupt your world. So none of that's very good. So we want to have it so that it's smart in the sense that if it starts to overflow, it shuts itself off. And then once it has more capacity, then it starts back up again. That's what we want. So I was just well, I had to go back. I had to go down to bedrock there for a bit. And I'm coming back up into the base here. Gonna put away some junk, and then we're gonna figure out this smart cobble-works here and see what we need. I mean, we definitely are gonna have to create some. What are they called? Brass funnel. We're gonna need those because we're gonna want to have to filter. Okay, yeah, and we're gonna need electron tubes, which means we need quartz. Okay, yeah, which means we need sand. So we just really need cobble. Oh, and that's the reason I went down there, chat. All right, let me clear out my inventory. I have a lot of nonsense in my inventory, basically, that we need to just clear out for a moment here. Is there anything I can take out of here? You know what? We can take these out. I do think it's important to have those in there. All right, these can go over here. And that can go up in there. That can go there. And we got some barrels too. That's always nice. I want to upgrade those barrels actually. I don't have any room for the dark steel. Let's do this. Let's compress this. Press our compress key. And we're just kind of consolidating things down. You know, I'm going to take the mineral out of here as well. We don't really need that to be in here. Put that in the valuables chest. And we can put this and this. All right, I think we're pretty good. Put that in there for good measure. We got our water wheels. What else for this? We need actual brass ingots. Okay. So far, so good. And we do have a bit of cobble. That is actually more than a bit. All right, so we can just we can have this just get started. And we do have a bit of silicon to start us off. So what we really need to get here is we need to get some sand. Now, this will produce initially basically just mostly gravel. It'll produce a tiny bit of sand. Then once we get some gravel, we can get some sand out of it. So I'm actually thinking we'll put this in here. I believe we actually have some gravel, if I'm not mistaken. We should probably process this first, because sand is really the important thing that we need right now, because we need some more nether quartz. So let's see. Let's take the cobble out so we can processing that. We can fill it up the rest of the way with cobble. That'll start giving us some sand. Because what we're going to do is we're going to take the sand and we change this over to a bulk haunting setup by putting the soul fire there. Full campfire. And we can haunt sand. See that? That's going to haunt that sand. And it's going to turn it into soul sand. And then we fall in there for no reason. No. Now we put it into the bulk washer. Where did it go? I think it went into our dank. Yeah, it did go into our dank. Alright, so you come here and we put that in there. And we're going to wash it, and it has a chance to give us some nether quartz. Yeah, we got a piece of nether quartz. Pretty sweet. Only one. Here we're going to have 9 more. 9 more chances. It's not a 100% chance. I want to say it's about a 50% chance. We don't have any actual sand in there. Well, we have a little bit more soul sand though. We can just wash that up directly. And we can wash up these 9 pieces directly. There we got a little bit more. A little bit more. We don't need a ton of this. We basically just need a few pieces. And then actually we will need at least 1 more piece of sand. Because we're going to combine. Got 8 pieces. That's pretty good. That should be good for now. I'm going to just let this sand build up. And I'm going to take the gravel we got from before and just let that process all that. We can just let that run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This. And let's see, how is this gonna go? I think we'll do 4 right now. Does it fill the whole thing? It fills the whole thing. All right, so we take that out. Do I have any paper in here? I do. We have 5 whole extra pieces of that. Very sweet. Now we're going to take this and our sand, and that's going to make a piece of sandpaper. We'll put that in our offhand, and then we'll right-click with the rose quartz, and we're going to scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. Scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. Alright, so now these are electron tube, which is iron plate, and that. That gives us 4 electron tubes. And then we only need 1 craft of this to begin with. We're not going to waste it. It's always good, you know, when you're crafting something, chat, you want to craft a little bit of extra if you can, if you have the materials. Craft a little bit extra. So what's cool about these funnels is they have a filter, and you can tell it what items to allow and what items not to allow. We're also going to need this. Probably will need this depot, although that I'm not quite as sure about. And we probably will need a bucket of lava, because that's how we're going to delete things. Try to keep my inventory a little bit cleaner. Alright, so let me... Yeah, you know what? I was going to put it here, but now I'm thinking I'm not going to do that. Because I want a little bit of space, because I want to set this up properly. Also, honestly, I didn't really like how it was breaking through to the other part of this. So we're just undoing what we did earlier. I mean, I guess we could go back in this area, probably. I have to say, I'm feeling kind of boxed in by the way I'm kind of doing all of this. Like, in a not good way. Like, if I go in this direction, I'm gonna run into this. Which isn't great. I can't go that way because of this. I think, you know what we need right here, chat? We need a hallway. We need a hallway. That's a little spooky, eh? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put one here. 1, 2, 3. Nine. Oh, that's not good. I don't like that. Let's go one more in this direction, I guess. I mean, we're getting more cobble. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3. We're gonna have a 9x9 here. When in doubt, follow the gospel of Direwolf and make a 9x9. Alright, so we have this. And now we can kind of lay this out. So we're gonna have a setup here. Let's say it's gonna be like right here. That is going to be making cobble, and it's going to fall through a there's going to be a hopper here, so the cobble will actually get made in this block right here. Okay, and we'll have, you know, the drill there and something powering it behind there, and then the cobble get made. It'll drop into inventory here, like a barrel or something, and then this is where we're gonna do the thing where we're gonna make sure that we actually are gonna need an andesite funnel also. Let's go make one of those. Andesite funnel just like that. I actually want to make a couple of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are pretty cheap. That. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and get these barrels out. And I would also very much like... Probably will need that. And we said we're going to use hopper. We can actually start placing some of these items as we lay them out, kind of how we want them to be. So again, like we said, it's going to be a hopper. Actually, you know what? We could have the hopper go directly into the belt. Actually, if I have this going back like this, actually connect the line that's going to draw the power the drill with the line that's going to drive the belt. Okay, and we're going to have this come around here. Go ahead and fill that in. I'm just going to get a feel for this. We're going to connect that like that. And then here is where like the final inventory is going to be, where we want it to be stored. Actually, I don't think we needed the brass funnel, to be perfectly honest. Wait, we can go out this. Actually, I need to do this a little bit differently. I need to have the inventory here. Alright, yep. Okay, that's facing the right way, and we're going to say you can have cobble. And everything else is going to fall off the edge here. And it's going to fall down into lava. Alright, but we're going to cover that up for now so we don't like have an oops. So when the cobble breaks, it's going to end up on this belt. We're going to create random lights in the middle of the air. It's going to flow along here, and if this has room in the inventory, it's going to suck it off the belt, and if not, it'll get thrown into the lava. We probably don't need that, but let's just do it. Okay. And then we're going to have a drill right here. So let's go make the drill next. And then we need to make a water wheel to power all this. Now we can make this faster. Iron, and we need a casing. What do we need? Oh, just those. Okay. Right. This is the drill, and as the lava forms in front of the drill, it's going to break it. Right, and we're going to need a stair. We probably will go ahead and put the lava on this side. Yeah, I know, we're just kind of making this not look especially good, but it doesn't need to look especially good, chat. It just needs to work. Alright, so and it can sit up on top of there, that's gonna be fine. And then we're gonna have the water right there. Now, what we're gonna do, we obviously don't want the water to flow out onto the belt. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put that shaft right there. And that's gonna prevent the water from flowing out on the belt, causing all kinds of problems. Alright. And we're going to prevent the water from flowing the other way by using a waterlogged stair, which I believe I have. Yeah, we got a deep slate one right here. All right, so we get the water, waterlog it. I like to build things up step by step, you know, so that I can kind of figure out how it should be. But I sometimes don't give myself room to do what I need to do. And then I have sad emoji. Okay. So we actually want this stair to be facing like that. And now the water can't flow anywhere. It's totally completely locked in. I'm gonna have a light there. Yeah, we got. Just put a light right there. Okay. Behind here. A little access. This is where we want our water wheel to be. If we want a block there. Now we want this to run as fast as it can. So actually we might want to experiment with speeding this up. Eventually we'll get speed controls and we'll be able to do this much more easily, but for now, all right, so this is the water wheel. We're gonna have, which I think maybe we sink it into the ground. Let's try to do this with 2 water wheels. It might not be enough. Might need more. And actually, just see which way like these are facing. All right, so we want the water to face that way. That means here. Here, we're going to put a little bit of soul sand. So let's go get that soul sand. Get some water too. Now we're going to get a bunch of soul sand here. That'll just take a minute to convert. Sure the stream is okay. Seems like it's okay. All right. And we'll go ahead and set this to processing. I'll just hang on to 2. The rest can get me some more quartz. Now, why are we putting soul sand in here? Because we'll be able to create a bubble column, which is going to make this run even faster than it normally would. think we need I think I need a place to make it an infinite source. So I don't have to keep running buckets back and forth. Don't have that far to run. Kind of an awkward place to... Oh, I might as well. The second one in. Let's make sure that... I could actually use kelp to make this easier. Convert flowing water into source water, but that's okay. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Getting manhandled by the water. Alright, that's, I think, working. Put light back there. I think we could put magma blocks on the other side there to make it even faster, but I think this is okay. So, I think we want big wheels turning little wheels. Speed this up. Maybe we can speed it up like once, maybe twice. We could conceivably put another water wheel on, but I think the solution isn't to make this like ridiculously fast as possible. I think the solution is to just let it run for a while. Okay. So that's gonna go there. I'm gonna put a little wheel. Are you gonna let me put a... Where did it put it? Awful. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, gosh, it's truly awful. Can I even go down here? Can't go down there. Just go under the water and do it that way. Why will you not let me place a block here? Why do you insist on placing the block wrongly? Making me drown. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna have to temporarily get up there. And now we need to make that back into source blocks. There we go. Okay, that's turning faster. I think now we want to put in. Let's try two. Let's try two. That's not how we need to do it. We need to put it in front of it. Okay, and then this one can probably go right here. There. That's pretty good. And it's even going the right direction. Right? Should be spinning. Everything is spinning. Good. I think it's time to add the... Is this going? The belt's turning. It's turning the right direction. Perfect. Love it when a plan comes together. A bucket of lava. Sit right there. Go. Breaks the block. Block goes on the belt and it gets sucked in there. When that barrel fills up, it will actually, no, this is still a problem. Oh, it's not a, it'll keep running. It won't stop the machine from running. The excess cobble will just be deleted, which is fine. So now we can test this out. I fill up this barrel. These. So that no cobble can come in here. It should just start backing up at the end so we can put that block. And it's just gonna go, the lava get deleted. And we will not have created a lag machine. It works. So then the next part is we need to take the cobble out of here and we need to macerate it up with our machine here. Now I'm curious, how much does it tell me? That is completely out of fuel. So that is another issue. No, can't use. We have to actually have to use a hopper for this one. Let's make a hopper. Boop. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Hopper, get. Need to get in behind here. Let's light that up, chat. Sure we did. And that should keep that topped off at least for a little while. So I think probably we'll need to, let me just see, like, what are all the ways that we can make sand? Now, actually, if we wanted to do this for no power at all, that's still sand. We could do the crushing wheel. So we could go into mill. We could use the millstone to mill the cobble into gravel, and then take the gravel in through the crushing wheels, and that would produce sand. It also produces clay. Actually, that might not be a... Oh! Okay. No. That's not really an option. Forge hammer from Great Tech. And of course we have the material stonework factory. I mean, this is like the perfect one block solution, but we're quite a bit away from being able to create that. And then there's beehives as well. Yeah, actually, I think crushing wheel is probably the way to go. So let's just see what's going to be involved here. We're going to need 21 of these. So we will need 21 brass casings. And we'll need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Make like 17 of those. Really, the expensive part is this. So we'll need 21 iron plates, 21 polished rose quartz. Actually, no, 7. 7 electron tubes, 7 brass casings, and 7 crafting tables. Did we produce more? Yes. Alright, so we need 7. If we have enough to make 7 here. Let's see. We definitely have enough redstone, so I have enough to make 5. And we have 2 more here, so that'll make my 7. Where's my sandpaper? Oh, it's in my hand. Hopefully we can get all 5 done. We will not be able to. Wow, 1 short. That is super harsh. Keep making more soul sand. Alright, so we're gonna need a piece of paper. That. Sand. Sandpaper. Maybe 1, 2, 5. Wait, these are, I think, just this and this. Yes. Now we need some brass casings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put these down. And we'll put out our axe so we can strip these. Okay. They are now stripped. We'll get 7 brass. 1, 2. 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so these are special crafters that we need, basically. Right, 7 of those. Let me just double check. We have this, we have this, we have this. We've got everything we need. Okay. All right, so we're gonna need to set up a spot to run these. I'm kind of thinking here, actually. Let me just see. Works for me. And I think actually for this one, maybe I just want to do a horizontal water wheel right here. Oh, but wait a minute. We probably have to slow this down. We're just going to use 1 wheel. Probably have to slow it down. So we have the water wheel behind there. That's going to drive a big one. No, gotta go backwards. Gotta drive a small one. Which will drive a big one. Which will drive a small one. Big one. Small one. Which in turn can drive a big one. We could make this vertical. We just need one big one there. One big one there. Go. I think that will work. Puppy's angry, chat. And no blocks, and it's storming, and we need to sleep. All right. So again, we're trying to slow this down, slow down the speed, so that we'll be able to drive this traction. That's going to go like that. Oh, that is not the right way. Some of these are just wrong. They're all like wrong. I feel like this is too high. Next! He is indeed back. And our smart cobble generation system is done. The part that generates the cobble is done. And I set this up over here. And so the way it works is the cobble gets generated there, gets drilled. It ends up on this belt. It comes past here. As long as the barrel has space for cobble, it gets sucked in there. And then if it does not have space for cobble, well, it ends up in the lava. So this will never get backed up. If once this barrel fills up with cobble, It'll keep running, but the cobble will just end up in the lava. It won't ever lag up my world and corrupt my save files and all that bad stuff. And this is just all run by two water wheels behind there. Yeah, nifty, right? So then the next step is we're going to want to take the cobble out of this barrel and pull it into another system to create sand from it. I was going to use this machine here, but the problem is it uses quite a bit of power. That's number one. And I would have to process the cobble twice, because the first time it makes gravel, and then the second time it makes sand. So it would just be too expensive. So instead, I'm going to make the crushing wheels from Create, which can crush gravel directly into sand, and I can just use a millstone to make my gravel. And this can all run off of free Create power, so it won't cost me anything. So that's the plan. But to do this, I needed to make these mechanical crafting things, and that's the system I'm kind of working on right here. So I think actually, I think I am gonna sink this into the ground here. Because it's gonna be too high otherwise. Because then this has to go up 3. And then 1 more. And then that's it. Let's make sure I can get myself back out of here. Boom. Did I do that right? Yeah, I think I did. Then we have 3 more come off this side. And then we're going to have 3 more that come off this side. Like that. And we'll just need to connect these up to the power here. I'm gonna have a way out of here again. Kind of. Alright, so we can put a cog here. Put another cog. So we can just do this. And put a belt on it. Alright, that's pretty cool. And we need to then get some water. 1 bucket of water, I think, should do it. We're using all these gears because I only want to use a single water wheel. Now, I'm not positive this will work. If it doesn't work, we'll have to change it, of course. But I only want to use a single water wheel. And it does, in fact, work. Because it's running it so slowly. If I didn't slow these gears down to the extent that it is, it wouldn't work. But it's fine. It can run slowly. It doesn't have to run fast. We can just cover that up. We can cover that up. Cover this back up. That's perfect. And we just want to put a barrel here. Capture the result. And we're going to want a button to activate this. Take a piece of stone. Oh boy, did not want that. Apparently there's another recipe. That's That happens sometimes in modded. See, it's trying to make stone duck, but if I click this, I can pick the recipe that I actually want. All right. I'll just put the button right there. So now I have to reorient these items, and let's hope that they'll work with this wrench. Not positive. Oh, they totally will. And we want to aim this arrow that way. I think that's good. All right, so let's look at this. So we need andesite around the outside. We need a piece of stone and then planks. Oh, that's not good. What did I do? That's annoying. Don't ever do that, chat. All right, so we need some andesite. We need a piece of stone. And we need 4 planks. Okay, so the stone is going to go in the middle. Right there. And then we're going to have 4 pieces of plank around it. And then we put the andesite casing all around the outside. It's actually not a very complicated recipe. Just a lot of build-up to be able to do this. Okay. And once it's like that, we can press le bouton. And it's working. So if you've done everything correctly, the most important thing to remember is these arrows, you want them to all make a path that leads into where you want it to output. You don't want them going all different ways. That won't work very well. And it's slow. But again, remember, we're powering this all with one... I'm going to put some potatoes over in here while we're waiting for that to go. Take my bread away. Now, yeah, so it's okay to slow. We're not going to have to make a ton of these anyway, so yeah, we can just wait a minute. It's almost done. Now it's putting the 3 sections of it together. It basically follows the way the arrows go. Now, if you screw something up, like you put the wrong ingredients in, or the arrows aren't facing the right way, everything will just all pop off and you'll be like, oh man. Here it comes. How many shoots? I think maybe I need more shoots. And then when it's done, if you put a barrel or a chest or something, it'll, instead of just popping it off into the world, it should put it in the barrel. There it is. That's the finished product. And now it's going to shrink it down and poop it out into the barrel. All right, so we need 2 of those and 1 of those. A couple of shoots. I think we will need them. And there we go. We got our crushing wheel. Okay. So now we're going to want a system that's going to take... Actually, this is actually quite good, the way this is. So I'll put that there, like that. Oops, that's wrong. Kind of wish I had a wrench. Pop down here. There, put down there like that. So you have to manually place the items. There are systems you can make to place them automatically. Like you could use belts. Like you could have belts going into each one of these things. You could use hoppers. You could use pipes if you have pipes in your mod pack. I find those systems incredibly complicated to set up because you don't have that much room behind it. And I've had only limited success with it. But yeah, sometimes people do that, like automate it that way. If they need a ton of something, I think that certainly makes sense. So what we could do is we could come here. When I think about this, all right, let me think about this here. I think we actually do want to bring this over a little bit. Like maybe bring it over to here. If we come over here, and we can put a funnel on the back there, it'll simply pull the cobble out. And then we're going to want this to go through some crushing wheels, which honestly, we could put right here. You can put these horizontally too. They don't have to be vertical. Oh, wait. No, we need this to go into a millstone first. So we actually need to make a millstone. I guess you only need a couple things. It works just fine. Yeah. I find that when you're playing modded, don't be overwhelmed by like all of the intricate automation. Just focus on the one thing you need right then, and then once you have that, then you can figure out what the next thing you need, and you can always go back and make, you know, intricate automation if you want to, but sometimes it's enough just to make one or two of something to get you to the point that you want to be at. All right, so we want a millstone. This should be a fairly simple recipe. We need a stone and we need a piece of andesite casing. Piece of stone. Very good advice for a beginner. Yeah, I mean, it's advice that I had to teach myself too. Because one of the things that can be frustrating about mod packs is like you're looking at, you know, I don't know, you're looking at an end goal. Like you want to get this machine right here. But to make this machine work, you have to make the parts, and it might require special kinds of metal, and that might require another machine to make the metal, and then another machine to power the machines. And it just gets overwhelming, and you know, it can make, I don't know, maybe not everyone, but to me it can be overwhelming to the point where like I don't want to deal with this. I'm like, forget it. Now let me think, like what would be the best way? Probably if we did a funnel. So if I put it here, right? And I could just have something going down here, and we could have another water wheel down here. No, that's how it was for me too. Had to teach myself one step at a time. Yeah, that's the key. That's why I think, you know, watching videos can be really helpful. Because A, it's inspiring to see, oh, someone figured that out. That's what helps me. That's part of why I make these videos. Because of all the help that I've had. Alright. So we have that. Now, honestly, this one would be nice to operate at a faster speed, because this is going to be a bottleneck, but it's okay. But we'll just live with it. So if we put some water in here, that's going to spin this. Okay. And what I'm going to do is, let me think now. it would be very nice. So I could just put a funnel. I can just put a funnel in here. And that should input anything from there, and then we can put another funnel right here. And we can make it face the right way instead of the wrong way. There. And then that's the cobble's going to come out of there, and it's going to go into here and get crushed up into gravel. And then we're going to want to take the gravel and bring it over to a crushing wheel. So I'm trying to think. One problem is I've kind of run out of room in this direction, I think, right? Yep. Always do this to myself. 1 second, chat. One second, chat. Okay. Yeah, I wish that I could have it coming this way. All right, hang on a second. We could do a vertical gearbox here. Do I have one in my inventory? I do not. I get a vertical gearbox here. There is not. I know I have one. I don't know where I put it. Maybe I don't have one. Maybe I should just make a new one. Make a new one. Probably need a couple of these anyway. Alright, so we want a gearbox. That's just the andesite casing surrounded by cogs. Oh, there's my vertical gearbox. I'll make 2 more. I found it just as I was about to make it. Isn't that always how it goes? There we go. But at the end of the day, there's no wrong way to play it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. That's going to... How is that better? That's not better. Wait. Have it faced the wrong way. Let it go like that. Yes. Of course, now it's kind of turning the wrong direction. Okay, but we have more gearboxes. So if I put this gearbox here, now it's going to be turning the right direction because I want the other belt to go this direction. So I'm going to put one there. I guess we'll have the belt come out to here. Ooh, actually the belt needs to be higher. Shoot, belt needs to be 1 higher. What if we just had the belt come out to here? Oh, I could just have it fall on the belt. So yeah, it does not need to be 1. I can just have it fall on the belt. Okay, get rid of these 2. Feel like I lost a couple of those, but it's okay. They're cheap. Okay. And we don't need this one here. We can put the wall back. That's always a plus. Okay. So now if I put another thing there, it'll move past this. Actually, shoot. I do need this to go one more. Okay. We don't have to get it right the first time. Alright, so the reason I want this to go one more is that I want to have the crushing wheels on either side of this. So there's one that's going to go right here. Oh, well, that's a problem. Might be able to still make it work. Let me just see. We might actually have to move it one more. Yeah. I think we have to move it one more. Three. Let me see if I can get this right. So, one water wheel will go here. And then another water wheel will go here. And we will not allow water to... We need these to be going opposite directions, in other words. Alright, let's get these turning. I'll probably have done this the wrong way. So we want this one to be going like this. The water has to be flowing there. Okay, that's good. And then this one needs to be going that way. No, that one needs to be going around this way. We want the wheels to be sucking in and crushing, not spitting out things that don't get crushed. Okay. Need more cobble. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, so that will come up here. And that will come up here. And this is exactly where we're going to put the crushing wheels. And in fact, we do need this belt to go further than it is going. This part of the belt doesn't need to. Part of the belt can stop right there. So we need the belt to go through the crushing wheels. Maybe to right about there. That's probably farther than it actually needs to go, but whatever, it's fine. So that's number one. These might need to go up one higher. Let's just see if it crushes it or not. They do indeed need to go one higher. Okay. Come on, come to Professor. This is why we test things, chat. That can go there. And that can go there. I see a problem. One of these wheels is not going the right direction. Yeah, this wheel over here needs to be going the opposite direction. But that's pretty easy to change. We just need to make the water go the other way. Yeah. So now, I was thinking they were not going the right way. You're like, no! You're yelling at your screen like, no, that's wrong! Let's see how it does this time. Yes! And if all is good, some gravel ought to come off the end. Perfect. Okay. Now there's a couple of material that we can conceivably get from this. So what I want to do is I want to make another set of these brass funnels so we can filter out the stuff that we want. May actually need to make go boom, boom, boom. I think this will be enough. I think there's 3 possible materials: clay, flint, and sand. So is the ultimate goal to get sand? Yes, the ultimate goal is to get sand. Yes, indeed. All right, so we can we'll have barrels here. This will be very similar to the system we saw before. Have one there. One there. I hope this will work the way I want it to. I'm not 100% sure that it will. I think maybe it will. Oh, that one won't work. Well, we could. We have chat. Guess what? We have to make the belt longer. Have to make the belt longer. It's no other way around this. I'll set up the barrels first. I actually would like to get a little bit more separation between the barrels. We need 3 barrels, and then we need it to come off the end here. And we're absolutely going to need more room. Oh no. Hey, free iron. Free coal. Here you go, one more, maybe. Kind of running into part of the other system here. The belt is like, we must be... The belt is like, look, just pick a length and stick with it. So what I want to happen is I want these to suck in the different items. You know, I just thought of a much simpler way that we can do this. I thought of a simpler way we can do this. Not using create, but using another mod. So, drawer. Yeah, storage drawers are in this. So we can make a set of drawers, and we can lock the drawers to only accept a certain certain type. And that way we won't need to use up our brass funnels. because they are a little bit expensive. Okay, we have chests. I'm gonna make 4. 4. And we need to put this around the outside. Okay. That seems less difficult. All right, so we need a key. Is that it? No. Oh. Thought I was... What is this? Ah, okay, this is it. This is what we need. Wow, that's expensive now. Redstone torch, sticks, and an ender pearl. A little bit expensive. Get a piece of redstone. Extra. Those. Need a piece of iron too. Okay. One, 2, 3. Oh, no, I don't want you to link. How do I do it? Sneak plus scroll. Locking and unlocking. That's what we want. No, stop it. This tool is not very easy to use. Why will you not lock? You know what? Maybe I'm looking at something from the wrong mod. Functional. Oh boy. I just made the wrong thing. I made the wrong thing. We need this configuration tool. We need 5 paper, 2 gold, 1 of the drawers, and an emerald. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 gold, 1 emerald. Look, these mods are always changing. Okay, yep. Now these are locked. Okay, so, and this can just go over here because I bet we're never going to use it. Need to get my dank storage out. So we can get... Okay, well, let's just look. So out of gravel through the crushing wheel, we can get sand, flint, and clay. So we need a piece of clay. And we need a piece of flint. Might as well put away this ore. That's going to be the one for clay. And I actually would like to collect all of these. A lot of people would probably void the flint. And let's get some sand. Should have some in here. A little bit. Just want to put the gravel in here to eventually get processed. All right, so we'll put a piece of sand in here. And now, do these remember their settings? They do. Good. Yay. Flint is kind of useless to me. Well, the reason I'm keeping it is that this machine here, the sag mill, if you put flint in it, it's more efficient. So, you know, I figure I'll keep it for that reason. But yeah, otherwise it's not terribly useful. I think we'll put flint over here. Nope. Well, that's fine. Oh, it actually shows you what's in it. That's cool. Okay, so that's flint will go there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put these funnels on here. And we want them aiming inwards. Oh, we need to stagger this one. That's why we need some space. You know, why don't I just make the belt longer? Why not? And that will be where the final product goes. Okay. So these andesite funnels, they don't have a filter. They just pick up whatever they can. But because these drawers are locked to a particular resource, they only will suck up things that are that resource. All right, and then we're going to do basically the same type of system that we saw before, where this is going to end up at, there's going to be a lava trash at the end of this. All right, so now if we take this piece of sand and throw it on the belt. Okay, it's not going to go in there, but it should go into this one here. Let's see if it does. Instead of falling off the end, please work, please work, please work. Yes! Right, and then here is going to be the same system. We're going to have a bucket of lava down there, and anything that, you know, once those drawers fill up, it'll just void the rest. Which isn't super efficient, but whatever. Fine. We do need to put a backstop here. And we are going to have to give ourselves a little bit more room. Hopefully I don't break into where my bed is. That would not be great. Oh, look at that. We're breaking into the cave. So yeah, I mean, honestly, that should be it. So now, all we have to do is put another one of these, and that will take the gravel coming off of there, and this will complete the system. And the gravel will come over through here, and it'll get things, you know, chopped up. See, there's a piece of sand, there's a piece of clay, there's another piece of sand. Sand should be the most common thing, and I think maybe flint clay is the next common and flint is the least common. Yeah, there we go, system done. Take a screenshot of that. All right. And this is cool because clay is going to be useful. Now, the reason it's going as fast as it's going right now is because we had a backlog. But once it processes the remainder of the gravel, then yeah, we won't have as much. It'll probably slow down a little bit. But again, this is one of those systems where it does not need to be super fast, I don't think. I think the key is just, you know, let it run. I don't know why. What is this area for? Yeah, I'll put a light over here, I guess. so we keep things generally well lit. Oh no, what happened? He is back. Wait, has it not been publishing your messages? Nightbot, like, deleted a bunch of your messages. What happened? Hang on a second. I have to see why Nightbot is doing bad things. Ha, claps, okay. What are you doing, Nightbot? Alright, I need to spank Nightbot. 1 second. Nightbot needs to be spanked. Nightbot! How dare you? I had to switch over to Nightbot from the Stream Elements bot because I couldn't get Stream Elements to work. The problem is Nightbot is really kind of glitchy. Actually, excess emotes is disabled. YouTube channel URL. You were just clapping emoji at Nyx. Okay. Let me just make sure I have the right. Sure I have the right channel. Oh. Why doesn't that work? Only 4 clapping hands. I know, it's terrible. What? Is there a way that I could just tell Nightbot that that's totally fine? And then it went and deleted all your other stuff. What is... How do I whitelist it? What's weird is I don't have excess caps. Sorry, excess emotes is not enabled. All right, let me try this. Hey, Nix, can you try those same clapping symbols again? Like, do 4 again? I want to see if this worked. I'm just causing trouble. No, you're just clapping. Again! Why? How do I untime somebody out? This is very frustrating. And it doesn't really show up in the log either. Timed out. I don't know how I can fix this. Because it doesn't give me... I can put... Oh wait, can I go to your channel? Yeah. Can't get rid of you. Alright, I found the channel URL, so I should be able to... I think if I add you as a regular, that might help. Let's try that. But how do I untime out somebody? Let me try. Message Nightbot help. Me having an alt attack. Okay. Okay, that didn't work. Nightbot, YouTube, remove timeout from user. Why does it let Nightbot docs? Okay. Spam protection. Commands list. There's no command for this. Function level. Access emotes. It's way stricter in YouTube. All right, that message was allowed to go through. Let me... Can you try the emotes one more time? What's weird is it's not even enabled. Like, I'm gonna get you back. Will that be? I think it must be a bug. I promise I won't get you banned. On your alt account, I have never had to do this in my life. I'm sorry. Go ahead and try the 4 emotes. Yay! Yeah, angry face. Exactly. Oh, it did it! Stop spamming symbols. Oh, it's symbols that it doesn't like. Although you should be exempted now as a Okay. I've turned off that rule. Still mad. Commands. There's a permit, but that just lets someone... That just lets someone post a link. That's not what we want to do. Yeah, these commands are dumb. I might have to get a different bot. Can't even send a message on the other account. It's still mad. You're only timed out for 5 seconds, though. I guess that's progress. Can you try it one more time, please? Five seconds in what universe? It said 5 seconds 2 minutes ago. Well, part of the problem is that there's a delay. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's the happy face. Nightbot, please. I think it's okay now. I think we've successfully spanked Nightbot. And Nightbot absolutely deserved a spanking. But on the plus side, while we were spanking Nightbot, we are getting sand. And we have 121 sand, and 11 clay, and 13 flint. I would call that a success. I feel like this area is very dark. Okay. All right, we got that done. Yay! Whew. Yeah, I could probably just take this wall out. I don't think this wall needs to be here. I don't think this wall serves really any useful purpose. So I'm going to remove it. There you go. And we should probably empty this. I need to finish this lava generation system. I need to make a system to pump the lava out of these things into the tank. Part of the reason I haven't is I want to be able to afford better tank technology. Like, these tanks are not terrible, but they only hold two 32 buckets, which that's not a ton. We have these tanks from EnderIO. Those only hold 16. There's black hole tanks, which those hold quite a bit. But we would need a simple machine frame, which we'd have to create. We'd have to have access to latex and plastic, which we don't at this time. Oh, huge fluid tank. That's 512. That requires netherite. All right, a large fluid tank is 128. That's still not terrible. That requires plastic, so we'd have to get to the point of being able to make plastic. There's something called a multi-tank. I don't understand how that works. I think it just is 32. And then there's something from Greg Tech called a quantum tank. But Greg Tech is like one of the most painful mods. It's meant to be extremely difficult. So to make this block, we need all of these blocks, and I guarantee each one of these blocks requires ridiculousness to make. This is ridiculous. Tungsten carbide? I'm sure there's some ridiculous method for making that. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. I mean, honestly, probably the biggest tank we could get would be sophisticated backpacks. Let's see here. With some upgrades, it might be pretty big. How much do these upgrade? I think for the backup backpacks, the step. Oh, where's the thing? Yeah, so okay, that. And then iron, and then gold, diamond, and then we need a piece of netherite. And we could try it. We could try making that, because we can you know, give it a tank. I don't know how much it can store, though. That's the only thing. And then there's stack upgrades. Yeah, why would it show me these before? So tier 1 is blocks of iron. We could definitely do that. I don't know if that increases the capacity of the tank. Oh. Hi. Still can't type on your main account, so here we are. Oh, I'm sorry. 600 seconds. Yeah, I don't know how to untime out somebody. Is there a command called timeout? The message couldn't be sent. Okay. That's very helpful. Not. We could make a tank from create, but those aren't great either. There are the tanks from Evilcraft that aren't terrible, but they're going to require these dark gems, which we only found a small number of these. On the squeezer, we can get 2 for each ore, which is terrible. Deep resonance. That's not gonna... Dimensional tank? I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I don't think that there are really such great options for tanks, to be honest. Super tank. That holds... I don't... Is that 8,000? Still requires a lot of crafting. Yeah, it's too much. I don't know much about this multi-tank from RF Tools. That also might be good. I think realistically, with our capabilities, I guess probably this large fuel tank, if you could get into plastic, probably be best. Just such a pain. Yeah. Let's just use this for now. We don't need a ton of lava. I was thinking like, oh, maybe I'll use it to make obsidian or something, which we might do that. But in the meantime, how much... got a good amount of cobble there. That's good. I'm actually going to take this cobble. Or I'm going to take some of it. Because we need cobble. We, like, had no cobble. How do you acquire plastic? Well, that's a good question. So this is pneumatic craft, which uses pressure and heat. So to get the plastic, this is the end result plastic sheets. We need to get this molten plastic. Okay, so if we cool this down, it'll turn into this. So if we get this, we need to have a machine called a thermo-pneumatic processing plant. Basically, you take oil, which we do have the oil already, and it's a distillery basically, and it distills it, and you get diesel, gasoline, and LPG and kerosene. And the LPG, which is liquid propane gas, that's what you take. Or sorry, no, I skipped a step. You have to distill and get this LPG stuff, and that you can use this block plus some coal or charcoal to make the plastic with. Now to get the LPG, that's where you need a refinery. So you need a refinery controller and a couple of refinery outputs. With 3 refinery outputs, we will get diesel, kerosene, and LPG. With 4, we can get gasoline as well. Which I don't know. I don't think it's worth getting the gasoline. I think we just do the 3 output option. Actually, just 2 outputs. We get diesel and LPG. So we need 2. We need 2 refinery outputs and a refinery control. Always like 3 steps. It's true. You are not wrong. All right, so we'll need some of this stuff probably. Let's just see like what we need. Let me put the create stuff back in this chest. for later usage. Yeah, I'll just keep all the great stuff in that chest. Seems like a good idea. And this drawer locking thing I will put up here. My backpack. Alright, so let's see. So we need a refinery output. We've decided we need 2 of these. We're going to need reinforced stone slabs, which is reinforced stone, which is stone around compressed iron. Which we have enough of all of that stuff. So let's make a bunch. I'm not sure how much I need. I'll just make that much. Again, I'm not quite sure how much I need, but we'll figure it out. All right, refinery output. And we need diamonds. Wow, that's expensive. Luckily, we're just getting some more diamonds. All right, so we want 2 refinery outputs. Yay. And then we want a refinery controller, which we're going to need a small fluid tank. And actually, I want to make an extra small fluid tank, please. Good. I think that will come in handy. And there we go. Actually, that wasn't too bad. After all that buildup. Now, this machine, unlike the other machines, does not run on pressure. It actually runs on heat. So I think what we need to do, actually, is make some room. Come on back here. I don't like how this pressure machine makes it smoke. It's so annoying. Let's light this up. Oh. Yeah, that's probably not good. I hope nothing bad falls on my head. Let's just close that up. There are caves all through this mountain, which can be annoying at times. Okay. So, we are going to need some height. This. I don't think we'll need a ton of height, but that should work. So we'll put the refinery controller there, and we'll put these in here. Now, one other thing about this is you need to have heat. Actually, we did not need all that height. Mistakes were made, chat. There we go. So we are going to have a source of heat. I'm thinking I'm going to do lava. That's probably the simplest thing to do. So, yeah, we'll just do lava. And we want to insulate the other places there. And actually would be great is if I could get some trapdoors. How my dripstone farm doing? Doing okay. Let's get some trapdoors. Ooh, you know what would look cool probably is mineral trapdoors. I assume that you can make mineral trapdoors. Guess we're about to find out. No. You cannot make mineral trapdoors. Okay. Alright, we got that. I feel like I should break this out too. And this is, again, just to be able to insulate this. Okay. So we'll get this. Put it there. And we will want to... We actually do have another option for heat. What do I want to get? I want to get the oil. Crude oil. Which one is it? That's the wrong oil. This is the right one. Now we could make a fluid hopper. Put this in. I think actually all of it will just fit in here. Yeah. Let's see if this is working. So the temperature is up above 300. We need above 100 C. And heat is good. Yeah, everything's good. So yeah, so it's slowly producing diesel and LPG, which is sweet. The temperature, see what happened? It turned the lava into obsidian. Which is, it's just a special thing that it does. What's happening is it's sucking all the heat out of the lava and cooling it off into obsidian. That took no time to build. Yeah, it wasn't bad. But remember, this is just the first step. And now, so we could keep, you know, putting obsidian in there and, you know, having fire start and stuff. If we do this, it'll prevent fires. Or we could use something called a vortex tube. So a vortex tube, which we actually happen to have one. Or we did, yeah. So this takes pressure and will create heat from the pressure. Now, this recipe actually is pretty cheap too, actually. I thought it was more expensive. So what we could do, we didn't want to have to deal with the lava, which let's face it, we do not want to deal with it. I just want to see, like, if I place it like this, yes, that is the way we want it to go. Now, where do we hook it up to pressure? Probably from there, I guess. Let's make a little... So that's heating up. Just has to get it above 100, basically. Now, the hotter this is, the more efficient it will be. Also, too, an interesting side effect of this, I think, is we can put blocks over here that we want to be cold, and it's going to cool them off. Like, I'm pretty sure if we get some water, I think it might actually turn it into ice. Let's see. Let's see if that's what happens. It might not. I don't know. Yeah, 131 is not especially high temperature. The lava, frankly, is faster. But the vortex tube, theoretically, can just be left running forever. We will put another lava in here now. I guess there's not really any way. Oh, I know what I can do. I can put one here. Sweet, eh? Just keep the lava contained over there. Well, this should be working. Yep, it's working. We have a bucket of LPG. So that is enough to start processing into plastic. So we have to do the second stage of this, which is not that. I guess I didn't put it on here. I foolishly didn't put it on here. It was the first machine we looked at, thermo-pneumatic processing plant. And we have everything for that too. Now this does, I think it doesn't require heat, but it does require pressure. So honestly, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it here. I'm not sure if we can, I don't know if we can power it from the back, but I guess that's what we're going to do. Oh, we don't have enough of these pipes. What is the rest? I think it's glass. Yeah, okay. Should really have a crafting table over there. Okay, that should be plenty. Famous last words. Well, we won't have to make a separate obsidian generator now, too. I guess that's the thing. Is it connecting? Yes, it is connecting. Okay. I think our as long as it doesn't use the lava faster than we're producing it, right? I don't know if this needs heat or not. All right, but we're gonna take, so this one here is gonna be diesel, and this one is LPG. So we're gonna take a bucket of LPG, we're gonna dump it in here. We're gonna need to get some coal, which, where can I don't know if it'll work with tiny charcoal. I think I have some here. That is not the correct place. Wow, that is all gone. All right, we're gonna need to get some more charcoal going for sure. This should be enough to get going. Will charcoal work? No, charcoal will not work. It actually has to be coal. So now that we put the coal in there, it is producing molten plastic. Now, what's cool is I have this charcoal, so I'm going to put this in here, and the pressure will actually convert the charcoal into coal. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, we got our plastic now. And I think, oh yeah, look, it turned that water into that ice, which, oh, just break it and go back to water. I actually don't want it to be water right now. Now, if I just put this in the world, it will just turn it. We have one plastic. One whole plastic. I forget how much did we need for this thing that we're making? Tank. Large. Alright, so then we'll need 2 medium tanks. So this will need 4 plastics. Each one of these will need 4. So that's 8, 12. We'll need 12. So making this one at a time like this isn't going to cut it. What we need is we need a more efficient way of doing this. And there's something called a heat frame that we can make. These are actually very cool. So, nope, that's not it. Heat frame. We just need a furnace surrounded by some compressed iron. Pretty simple. And then we're going to need one of our chests. So what we'll do is we'll put the heat frame over here on the cold side. I think we need to put the chest down first. Yes. So now see how it's gotten cold? Any liquids that we put in there are going to get cooled down massively. So we'll grab another bucket of plastic and we'll just put the whole bucket in. Now, we will sometimes get bonus plastic out of it. That time it just gave us 1, which, you know, wasn't great. Ideally, we would like more. Got 1 again. Didn't I make an extra tank? Where did that go? Do I have one? No. I need to make an extra tank. Hang on a second. Actually, we need 3 tanks. That. What's cool about these tanks is you can use them to pick up the liquid like a gigantic bucket. We can save ourselves a little bit of time, pick up all the rest of that. Pop the whole thing. This has got 5 millibuckets, and it should make it all at once. I think we got 1 bonus out of there, but we have almost what we need. You have another. I guess we can't use a tank for that one. All right, we have another bucket of LPG. We're going to need more coal, which hopefully some has been produced. No, it has not. Probably because the pressure isn't high enough. Yeah, these 3 may not be able to keep up. This vortex tube, this vortex tube produces a lot, or takes a lot of pressure. Yeah, see, this is taking 2.9. I think I can just break it here. That should start going up. No. Why are you no going up? That's bad. That was terrible. Who had that idea? Oh no. Alright, we're gonna have to go make a lot of charcoal. That's all there is to it. Make that to begin with. And we can clear out our inventory. this gravel away. Put these chesticles away. Put food away. Okay. Hopefully we built up a bunch of wood here. I'm just going to convert all of it into charcoal because we seem to need a lot of it. What I'll need to do is I'll need to set up a whole bunch of these botany pots. Set up a whole bunch of those so that we can sort of automate charcoal production. Like we'll make another one of these things just by itself, and we'll have botany pots dropping logs into it, you know, constantly. And so it'll just be constantly producing a steady stream of charcoal, which is what we're going to probably need. Oh my god, no, I have magnet. I have magnet. Mistakes were made, chat. That's annoying. I mean, magnet is usually pretty useful. But we need to take this copper out. We have just a little bit of copper. Just a little bit. Okay, shift compress. I think we got to put this in here. We just have too much. Any more different resources that we maybe want to get? I almost would like to start processing redstone? No. Aluminum, osmium. Osmium isn't that useful. Silver. I guess we could get a bunch of silver. Kind of already have a bunch of silver. Why do we have wood in here? Turn that into charcoal. I guess yellowite. Can we squeeze yellowite? We may not be able to. Yes, we can. Okay, let's do that. Let's get some uranium. We're gonna make a reactor eventually. 23 diamonds, that's pretty sweet. Oh. Gonna need a little bit of power. Alright, so first thing we need to do is we need to fill up the generator. Or at least a bunch of it. What did you miss? Oh, switching to bed mode. Yes, bed mode is the best. Well, it still hasn't fixed this problem here. I might actually need to make another couple of these fellers. Which, you know, it's not terrible. You could certainly do that. Like 3 more of these to generate more pressure. Probably be smart. Yeah, we're gonna need some more in there. Yeah. See, this pressure is just kind of staying. I guess, could I just remove this block? Would that be bad? Let me see. I think there's a way to turn off things. Let's just see. I think if I use my wrench, I can like close off the valve, pressure valve, maybe. Let's see. We just need to get some coal and then we can do this process some more. There. We closed off that valve now. Then that is going back up and it will start producing coal. Yay. Fortunately, this is going to now cool down because the vortex thing can't run anymore. We can put more lava in it. Don't have a full bucket yet. That's molten plastic. Okay, plastic we can just put in here. Oh, but this isn't cold anymore. It's actually hot. From the lava, it's actually hot. That's the opposite of what we want. Alright, we can make it the old-fashioned way, that's fine. The old-fashioned way. So now that that's at 4, it should start converting it. Unless I'm very, very much mistaken. Is this not a recipe? Maybe it's not a recipe anymore. It's just in EnderIO. Well, that's annoying. I guess we could process some more coal. Yeah, I don't think it's not a recipe. You know what? It wasn't a lack of pressure. It was that I'm a dummy. Alright, well, that'll at least start getting pressure again. And that'll cool that down. That's already cooled down. Put another lava over there. Boop. Just need the coal. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'll just put the rest of this in the generator. Why not? And we'll get some coal ore and we will process it into some coal. Oh, yeah, we got just a little bit of coal. And if we put it through the squeezer, we should get quite a bit of it. That is not working. Oh, because that's on. Duh. Okay. That should be enough to get started. Okay, well, now we know that that was a custom recipe in the other pack. It's not going to work for us here. Well, we should get a fair bit out of this. Let's say, oh, 10, 11, 11. That's pretty good. We can take this. We can put that in here, and that should be the rest of the plastic that we need. This is still hot, though. What if I start over? It's making the east temperature so hot. Not really cooling it off. I don't know what changed. What if I just put a bucket of water there? How will that work? That cool it off? Kind of, yeah. Let me just take the lava out temporarily. Let's cool this thing off. Get all the way down, please. We want to get below 0 Celsius, I think. Yes. Okay, perfect. Oh, it's actually waterlogged too. That's interesting. Yeah, it's waterlogged. Make it so the water doesn't go all over the place. And why is the west so hot? I mean, this is still producing, I guess. But that's fine. All right, that is what we needed. I think we will need some gold. I have to remember it just correctly. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think we need 2 more of these. So we need this, and we need this, and this. Yeah, we need 4 of these. Then these, that's that fluid hopper. Yeah, let's make, I think a fluid hopper will be helpful. So let's get one. Make sure we have the ingredients. That's a simple enough recipe. These are cool. These basically work for liquids, just like other hoppers work for non-liquids. Alright, we need some pressure tube. Where did I put my pressure tube? There. Alright, that gives us 2 mediums. And the 2 mediums, we need to make an advanced pressure tube. Oh, oh no. Another rabbit hole, chat. So we have to make these machines. These are automated assembly lasers. They're like robots, assembly robots. And you feed them raw materials and you give them a program and they can make different things. So this is laser assembly program. And the only way to get it is through the Amadron. Do we have what we need to make this? Probably, actually. We need a glass pane and a redstone torch. Make that. Okay, that will give us the GPS tool. I think actually we need more than... I think we actually need a second one of these. Well, we'll make a second one. If you make that... whatever, it's fine. Okay, and then we need an air canister. And we should be able to... Oh, we don't have enough plastic yet. Poop. Need one more little stinking piece, please. Blah. One more stinking piece of plastic. Okay. Is that cold? Whoa, negative 272. That is indeed cold. That's absolute zero. So this needs some LPG, which we don't have really any left. We need to get this. Are we out of? Oh, we're out of oil. Crap. Okay. We'll have to go out into the big world and get some oil. Let me just see if we can use this other oil. I don't think so, but I'm gonna try it. If we can use this other oil, that'll be really great. I think we can use the other oil. It certainly looks like it. Oh, yes. All right. That is really awesome. We'll just fill that up completely. Always that one piece you need. So isn't that always the way? All right. That should hopefully let it be able to finish. I think... Oh, did we already used up the lava? Just need one bucket. Just one bucket. Come on, you can do it. This is also what you cook with on your gas grill, liquid propane. So if you set up this system at your house, you won't need to refill up your gas grill tank anymore. You can just make it yourself. Probably not a good idea. I imagine neighbors aren't taking too kindly to people refining petroleum in their backyard. Just a guess. Okay, so this needs heat too, I guess. Everything has to be complicated, chat. I think we only need a couple of these. We're still at a cold temperature, which is awesome. Sounds dangerous. Alright, we got 10 buckets of plastic. And we put this in here. And that should get us the plastic we need pretty quickly because it's so cold. The colder it is, yeah, we're getting extra this time, see? Because it's so cold. We got 7 pieces of bonus plastic. It's pretty sweet. I think I'm just gonna let this run using the vortex tube. I guess I can put another bucket. Why not? It certainly works a lot more quickly. It's annoying to have to break the obsidian though each time. I could rig up a create thing to automatically break this block and drop it into a hopper. Not going to bother with it right now. That is doing the things. Now, one other thing that we can do is this diesel fuel. We can either use it to run like a generator or something, or we can run the diesel fuel back through this refinery and get more LPG out of it. So it's pretty cool. That oil is going to be done very quickly. That's fine. If you did that, how would you refill the lava? This would be a space right here. So the drill would be behind where this lava block is, and whenever it turns into a solid block, the drill would break it, and then it would fall down into a hopper. So I'd be able to just place a new bucket of lava Honestly, I could do like a dispenser thing maybe too. Or I think there's a block that you can use to put fluids out into the world. So, yeah, that might work. I mean, I guess if I were going to produce a ton of plastic, I would do it. I think actually the limiting factor for us is really going to be more how to have enough oil to process. I do have one more source of oil, which is in this backpack. I have 4 more buckets of it. And that is all the oil that I have. Oh my god, that scared the crap out of me! Don't let him kill me. Oh my gosh. That really scared me. Alright, so yeah, so that's just gonna produce more. It's gonna run through that oil pretty quickly. That's got a bucket of stuff, so let's take that out. Put it in here. Need to put more lava in. But like I said before, I don't need to make an obsidian generator anymore. I've inadvertently made an obsidian generator at the same time as I've been producing plastic. Okay. And probably is going to need some more coal. So I'm going to go put a stack of coal in it. Gonna power this up again. I need to redo this whole setup here. But the Endermen love the basement of your base for some reason. Isn't it funny how they just kind of congregate certain places? I heard some interesting lore about on the Game Theory channel about Endermen. Basically, you know, the lore of Minecraft is that there was once an ancient race of builders, and that's why you find things like jungle temples and ruins and things like that, and they all disappeared somehow. Nobody knows what happened to them. They think maybe the zombie virus had something to do with it, but they're not sure. And the villagers that are left are not the same race. Like the villagers are unable to build. What this lore video is talking about, something very interesting. Did you know that there is only one other mob in the game besides the player that is capable of building? And that is the Enderman. The Enderman can pick up blocks and place them down. Obviously, it doesn't create like elaborate buildings, but it can build. And so what the lore was saying is that somehow, to escape the zombie plague, the ancient builders transported themselves to another dimension, and that dimension was the end. But unfortunately, while in that dimension, the only source of food they had was the chorus plants, which over, you know, millions of years evolved them into the Endermen. And that Endermen are actually the ancient race of builders who've, I guess, devolved is actually a more accurate way to put it. Anyway, I just thought it was a very fascinating idea. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's so cool. Because Minecraft doesn't really come out and tell you. There was another lore video I saw that involved the piglin. And basically what it said is that pigs were brought to the nether and evolved into piglin to be a slave race for the ancient builders, and basically they enslaved them and they used them to mine netherite, and in those days you could actually find netherite ore directly, and they used the gold to help enslave the piglins, and then once they had mined all the netherite, that's when they went to the end and enabled them to go to the end. But the piglins were left behind, And because all the netherite has been mined, that's why you can only find ancient debris. You know, it's sort of the last scraps of netherite. Heard the piglin one. Siren actually told you about it. Oh, yeah. That was cool. And I guess there's some debate if the Minecraft Legends game, some of the canon or some of the lore that's in that game is actually canon or not. Not really saying. But, you know, the plot of that game is that the piglins are fighting back for having their natural resources, like for being enslaved and having their natural resources stripped away. So that's why the piglins attack the overworld in that game. That's an interesting idea. And then those three, like, godlike beings, you know, send you into the world to try to fix things. But it's funny because the lore also implies that it's the ancient builders who were the ones who enslaved the piglin to begin with. And it's like, you're playing this game thinking like, oh, I'm the good guy. But are you? Are you the good guy? Or are you a member of an ancient race that enslaved all the piglins and they're just trying to, you know, figure out a way to fight back enough in order to survive? Oh, it's an interesting idea. Now, what else can we do with plastic sheets? We can make... Oh, look, we can make Legos. Don't step on it with your bare feet. Yeah, that's very good advice. Oh, we were making an Amazon. That's right. I just got completely sidetracked. Oh, we could make upgrades. There actually is memory stick. Stores player experience. Oh, that's pretty neat. That might be useful. Assembly platform. That's one of the things we need to build. Generates air from lightning. Okay, sounds dangerous. More Legos. Wait, what was that? Elevator. Oh yeah, you can make an elevator. That might be cool. There are actually these things in it called, oh, turret. You can have a turret called drones. And you can program them to do basically anything. You know, chop down trees, harvest plants, fight off mobs. This is what we want to make, though. Do we have everything in our inventory to make this? Ew. Alright, we're going to have to charge it up. And we're going to need an inventory. And we're going to need some emeralds. And let's do this. So, Amazon is like Amazon drone service. That's what this tablet is. It, like, you can order things through Amazon. Basically. Are you not charging? You are charging. Just slowly. So we just need to upgrade the, let this charge up some pressure. And then we can use it, I think. I don't think we need a ton of pressure in it. We'll take it up to 2. That should hopefully be good. So to use this thing, basically we'll have like a little chest. And we mark the chest. That's where the little drone is gonna bring us things. Open this up, and these are different things we can buy. Like, we can actually buy LPG directly. We want, I think this is what we want. How do I order the items in the basket? How do we put you in the basket? Custom trades. +1 right click. Out of items. Your order has been capped. Okay. I think we have to put the payment in there, maybe? How do we see our cart? Show me my cart. My order has been capped. Oh, okay, we select one of those and we do place order. We should see a little drone appear and come and get the emeralds. There, look, 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 chat. See that little guy? That was a delivery drone. How cool was that? He's took pay. Oh, there's a drop. There, look at that guy. He's bringing me my stuff. A little delivery drone. And there it is. We got it. Little drone is so cute. Yes. It's awesome. That's cool. And you could, you can make your own drones and program them to do whatever you want, but this particular drone just delivers whatever you've ordered. I think actually ordering LPG would be very good. How do I do it here? Oh, we have to sell it LPG and it'll give us an emerald. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. I have much better ways to get emeralds. So, is there anything else that I can buy? I can buy shears. I can buy an advanced computer. I can buy a soul siphoner. Oh, that sounds maybe good. Maybe good? I don't know. We can get a guard drone. We want a guard drone? Oh no, I don't think I do, but black wool. It scrolls so quickly, it's a little annoying. Oh, we need this also. We get to watch it again, so that's pretty cool. Wait, I think I might have gotten the wrong thing. Or maybe not. Drill and laser. Actually, I think I did get the wrong thing. Not enough pressure. Okay, let's charge this up. Let's go get more emeralds. And we'll order the other things. I wonder if the more money you trade with the drone, the better the... Oh, that's actually that's a very intriguing idea. I think you might be onto something. I don't know for sure, but that is a very, very intriguing idea. That would certainly make sense. All right, what are we up to? Do we have... Take it up to 2 again. 2 seems sufficient. That's what we want to do. All right. So that's drill and laser. That's drill. And then that's laser. It kind of jumps around. Why does it do that? It's really annoying. Drill and laser or laser. I think this is the one we want. Oh. Okay, so we want that. And then also, what was the other thing I wanted? We want a PCB. Oh, we're missing it. Oh, we missed it. Oh no. Oh, okay, that's the one that collects your payment. And then there's the other little guy. Look at him. He's so cute. That's awesome. Okay, and then that should give us... Oh, I guess we did order them both. Nice. All right, so those are the things that we need. I'm gonna go ahead and just put this in here and let it charge up completely. I don't know if we'll use it again, but we'll just have to see, like, if Nix's idea is correct or not. I think it would be... If it isn't correct, it should be. That's how I feel. All right, we probably have to put more in here. Yeah, yep. I mean, we don't really need... Oh, I guess we do need more plastic to make these assembly programs. Dumb old things. That temperature's going up. The west side temperature is like... Oh, are we going to have enough oil? I don't know. I think we might need to process the diesel. Let's do that. Huh. I think the problem is that excess LPG is no good. Now we have some nonsense in our inventory. Try this with this. See if we can take out the LPG. It won't let me take it out because it's not a full bucket. Maybe if I break this and then replace it. Maybe that'll work. I hope. Okay, that's empty. Good. Open! Hey! Welcome in. We're messing around with pneumatic craft right now. Still in all the mods 9. Alright, let's see if it'll let me put this in now. No. Oh, look. I thought we emptied it. Oh. I emptied the wrong one. That was dumb. But also on brand. Ah, it's got LPG in it. That's not good. I don't know how we can clear this out. I do know a way, but it's annoying. If we put that there, and we get a... We're gonna have to make a trash can. We have to make a fluid trash can. 3 stone and 5 cobblestone. What was in the middle? I think a bucket. How's it going, Open? How's your Saturday night going? Just hanging out. Nix is here. Tom was on earlier. Alright, so, and we need our fluid pipes. So what I can do is, I think I can just pull it out with a pipe. And void it. Which is annoying because it's almost a full bucket. That is not my wrench. Okay, it's empty now. That was annoying to have to do that. Just saying that was super annoying. Hey, Professor, what's your stream schedule like now? I just want to be able to catch more streams. I am streaming every Wednesday night. That's like my official stream. And then, like, this weekend, I had Monday off, so I've just been streaming like crazy. just every day, streaming for 12 hours. Actually, I think yesterday, or the day before, yeah, yesterday, I think I streamed for like 8 hours total. I didn't do it all at once. So, yeah, the official one is Wednesday nights. But I do need to get in a more solid schedule. It's just really difficult. And then I'm gonna have some vacation days coming up soon. Yeah, Wednesday nights are for sure around 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern. That's the one I don't miss. And then if I can, I get in other streams on a Friday night or a Saturday. I'll make sure to keep an eye out. One thing that I started doing that I think is better for people, like gives them more notice, is I'm gonna do better with this right now. I've only been doing it about 15 minutes in advance, but with YouTube you can schedule your stream in advance, and if somebody subscribed to you, if they happen to be on YouTube, it'll just come up in their feed and it'll say like it's scheduled and it's gonna start at such and such a time. So I could schedule them, you know, the morning of or something like that, and then they would show up in people's feeds, so you would have a better idea of when I'm going to be live that day. So that is something. I think it's been better me doing it even 15 minutes ahead of time. I think is good, but yeah, the more warning I can give if it's not a scheduled stream, I think will be good. Actually hopped on YouTube, rewatched Garden Farm, did saw you were live. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that it's notifying you. Tom was having some trouble with that. That's how you saw the stream yesterday. Yeah. So I think it helps. Okay, we emptied this out, right? So I can put that there. And then this one has the diesel in it. And now will you let me? It won't let me do. It no worky. Chad, it no worky. Maybe you can't do diesel. Hang on a second. Can you not refine the diesel directly? I thought that you could. Maybe it just made a giant liar out of me. Yeah, you can't. Once it's diesel, that's just diesel. In fact, it looks like it's not straw, a diesel bucket, and diesel will burn for 40 minutes. That's pretty good. What about this version of diesel? Hang on. Thermoplastic oh! Okay, we can take it down to lubricant with redstone, or nothing, we can get kerosene. And if we take it into kerosene, we can then get gasoline. And if we take it into gasoline, we can get LPG. Okay, that's what we need to do. With the wrong machine, we don't need to refine it again. Although that makes a certain amount of sense to me. So let's take this plastic out of here. And put that in there to cool off into plastic. And then this is going to need some heat. I think actually it does not need the coal for this process. It does need some heat. There we go. Yeah, I'm starting to figure out the YouTube thing a little bit better. By the way, this feature that it has about sort of notifying people that you're live, I think is really like a superpower. Because that's something Twitch doesn't do. I mean, it sort of does, like when you can, but not everyone gets those notifications, the go live notifications. Not everyone gets it when I put it on Twitter, or should I call it X? But I think, you know, doing it through the YouTube system works a little bit better. I'm not trying to convince anyone to switch to YouTube, but I'm just saying, like, that's been a pleasant surprise. Oh, and hey, Open, we made a we made a fully automated system to give us. We mainly wanted the sand, but we're getting sand, clay, and flint. And we did it in a way that will not back up and lag out my world. So over here, we're breaking the cobble, and you know, and the cobble goes on the belt. And as long as this barrel has room for more cobble, it'll get filled up with cobble, and if it doesn't, the cobble ends up in the lava and gets deleted. So this system can run forever, it won't lag up the world. And then you come around the back here, the jump over here, the cobble goes into this. You probably can't see it like super well, but there's a millstone there, and it takes in the cobble and it grinds it up, and it sends the gravel through the crushing wheels here. And then the crushing wheel produced these three outputs. And because these drawers are locked to only specific resources, if the resource can go in a drawer, it will. And if not, if it backs up or whatever, it'll just end up in the lava, and again, won't lag up my world. So, yeah. First time I built a system like this, normally I would have just done, you know, have the cobble drop into like a hopper and just leave it there. And come to think of it, that hopper should not be there. I'm gonna break it. Yeah, we do not want that hopper there. That hopper is a no bueno. Okay. Yeah, normally I would just have a hopper under there to grab the cobble that's being produced. Oh, you know what, chat? I did need the hopper there. I'm such a dummy. I'm a giant dummy, and I think I deleted the hopper. Ah, I wrecked my system. That was stupid. Chat. That was extremely foolish. But on brand, I guess. On brand, sure. Alright, we'll take this. Come back over here. Fix our mistake. I am such a doofus. Can I even get up here? It'd be easier, I think, if I could get up here. Alright, let me just temporarily take this. Nope, that was a bad thing to take. I'm gonna take this lava. So, break this. Put that back. Put that back. And now we've fixed our... Let's just pretend that that never happened, chat. Alright, we're back to being in tip-top shape. Oh my goodness. My goodness, my gracious. Oof. All right. Yep, so that's going to give us our kerosene, and then we have to process that again into gasoline, and then we can process the gasoline into more LPG. I saw nothing. I slid one by. Nobody saw anything, and even if they did, they can't prove it. Our plastic is done. So we have all of the plastic. All right. Cool. So yeah, so we have that going. Lava. Am I ready for another piece of lava over there? No. We got this stuff set up, but I need to fix it. Now that I have the stuff to make the power cables, I'm going to set it up where the generator will flow into the battery, and the battery will be kept with the lever that's on, so that it'll be supplying power outwards. And then that power cable will come out and it will feed into all of these different machines that'll be set up so that they can just, you know, do their job and process things the way we want them to be processed and all of that. I'm gonna put this in here. I really want to process the gravel first. So, and we need to get ready to make conduit binder. So I'm going to need sand, gravel, and I need some clay, but I have clay now. Yay! Not that much. Not a ton of it. I have more clay. Let's just see how much we can get from here. Called composite? Binder composite, I think. Yep. We don't need to make this much. 6 times 8 is 48. 7 times 8 is 56. 8 times 8 is 64. I think 64 is plenty. There we go. And we could put the rest of those materials up in there. Right? Yes. That in there, that in there, that in there. And we put those over there. We're getting a good supply of dripstone, which is very nice. I like it. We never did process the yellowite. Whoops. I get a good amount. So this uranium, we can process into uranium ingots, and we can make. This is what we can use to make a reactor. So we'll need fuel rods. Like really the smallest functional reactor is a 3x3, but it's really small. You really want to do a 5x5, and a 5x5 or a 5x3 will require 5 of these. Okay, and then actually it's easier to see if we, here we go, extreme reactors. So we're gonna need a controller, so that's the recipe for that, and we're gonna need a bunch of this casing. I think we need like 40 of these, maybe a little more, and these require iron and graphite. Graphite you can get just by smelting carbon and some type of sand. So we'll need to make 40 of these things. Then we'll make the reactor controller. We'll need to make 5 fuel rods. We will need 5 control rods. A relatively simple recipe. We're going to need 2 solid access ports. That's where we'll input the uranium, that's the fuel, and take out the waste product, which is something called cyanite. And then we'll need a charging port. That's where the power will come out. Or no, that's not correct. This is where the power will come out. Why are there 2? I don't know why there's 2. I think this is the one we want active. And then we'll need to have 2 redstone ports. We'll have basically a little system that when the reactor's internal battery is mostly charged, it'll turn off the reactor so that the reactor won't be trying to run all the time. So it'll only run basically when we need more power. It runs, off of uranium. We'll have to use a little bit of uranium to make the fuel rods, but mostly this will be fuel. And I don't know if there's a way to generate uranium. I don't think so. I think you have to just mine it up. I guess you could do bees. You could get a uranium bee. I don't know how difficult that is. Radioactive bees are a little complicated. Oh no, maybe not. You need a creeper bee and an actually this is not so bad. Creeper bee and an iron bee. So a creeper bee is just a regular bee that you give a TNT to. And an iron bee, let me look back at this again. An iron bee is a ashy mining bee and a crystalline bee. The crystalline bee you could get in the nether, and these you can find out in the world. And you just need to breed these two together and you get yourself an iron bee. So that's probably a good way to do it. The other thing I want to look into, actually, let me go ahead and add those items to my list so that we're ready. I should have mentioned too, I did update the pack. There was a couple versions that came out since the version I've been playing. I can just add it from here. That's nice. And then there's actually a reinforced tier of this that's more intensive. That one you need steel. How do we get steel? I don't know how you're meant to get steel in this pack. Steel dust? Oh. Iron dust plus coal. Is that really the only way? That's not great. Is that really the only way? Is that seriously? I guess you could do mystical agriculture, or you could maybe do bees. I'm surprised there's not an alloy smelter recipe for it. That seems a little unfair. But this pack is kind of unfinished, so that's probably why. Yeah. Yeah, so it's coal plus a hammer plus some iron dust, which means it's a little labor intensive to do. So, yeah. Hopefully they add a better recipe for steel. Once mechanism gets added to the pack, you'll be able to make the steel using mechanism. It'll be a lot simpler. Alright, so we can take this conduit binder and we can just cook it. And we're going to get conduit stuff. And this is what we're going to make our power cables out of. Hopefully this will work here. It will. Okay, wow, we got 2 stacks. That's a lot. I don't think we need that much. Alright, so we do need to get this stuff that we made earlier, conductive alloy. And basically put it like that. And put the binder across the top and bottom, and that makes our little cables here. Just like that. Let me just see if this has any other uses besides the binder. Oh. Yeah, I want to save 4. I think I might want to make that. And I might want to make the electromagnet too. So I want to save 4. That'll save 3. Oh, that'll save 6. Well, I gotta save 6. Wait, I think I screwed it up already. I only saved 3, chat. Mistakes were made. Well, we'll have to make more of that stuff. That's all there is to it. And I could start processing up some of the graphite that we're going to need. Not exactly sure how much we need, but I'll do 2 stacks. Okay, this is done, I think. Nope, it's not quite done. Every time I think I'm done, I'm not done. Boop. Boop. Just let that kerosene process and we can start it getting into being gasoline. I don't know if this is like scientifically correct, Guessing probably, I guess it's similar, but maybe not 100% correct. Okay. So now we're making gasoline, and then we can run the gasoline back through again, and we can get the LPG that we need for plastic. Woo! And we need... This is what we need. We need assembly lasers. We need 4 of those. Oh, we need all of these things. Okay, we need an assembly controller. We need the assembly drill. The IO unit. Another IO unit. Actual laser. And the platform. And we also have to get into PCBs. So we'll have to make these. And get these. We put plastic, 3 copper nuggets, and 2 redstone torches. And oh, we not have to do the etching? Oh, we can just etch. Yeah, we'll need this UV light box. And I think we need etching fluid also. Etching acid. Yep. And that is 2 gunpowder, 2 rotten flesh, 2 spider eye. I don't believe we have that. And a bucket of plastic. So yeah, it is a little bit of a, definitely a little bit of a rabbit hole. Got this going. That's good. Get lots of silicon and other things that we need. The silicon I want because I want us to get maybe either into applied energistics or refined storage and have like a proper storage system besides in a giant wall of chests. We can get into a poor man's storage system now, but I'm thinking if I'm going to put effort into setting up a storage system, I want it to be like the endgame storage system that I'm going to use for the rest of the playthrough. I don't want to make one storage system and then have to change it over to another. However, I am thinking, so there's a mod in here. Let me show you. There's a mod in here called Sophisticated Storage, and it has a storage controller. So I did this in my I think it was all the mod 8 playthrough that I did. I used this. As long as your storages are from this Sophisticated Storage mod, if you have this touching one of them, as long as they're all touching, this can see everything that's sort of linked to it. And you could use, you can also use a storage link to connect things together as well. And these are all the blocks from Sophisticated Storage, so we can convert a vanilla inventory into a sophisticated inventory using a redstone torch. Now when we do that, each of these double chests will turn into a single chest, but then when we put the controller like behind it or something, it'll count all of these. It'll basically see all of these as one big chest, and then we can hook something else up to that, like refined storage or applies energistics or integrated dynamics or something else, and have a storage system. But I don't know. I mean, we probably will do something like that, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like the look of a lot of individual chests. I don't know. And that's a lot of redstone too. Like, what do we got? We got 3, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 30 chests, so it's gonna be 60 chests. So 60 redstones, 60 pieces. I guess that's not so bad. I don't know. It's just a little bit annoying. The other way we could go is do like storage drawers. We could do that. We could also have less chests, but upgrade them to like the iron, the gold, or the diamond versions, which basically can store like an iron chest, an iron single chest can store a double chest worth in the space of a single chest, and a gold I think is even more. So like we could probably fit all of this into this area here if we made them, you know, the top tier. So I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I'm going to put some thought into it. Also, if we do go applied energistics, we can do it all with digital storage. It's just a little more expensive. I have not done applied energistics in a while. I don't know the mod very well anymore. The last time I used it was a very, very long time ago. I've gotten more used to refined storage, and it's almost like a crutch, I feel. Like, yeah, I can do refined storage. It's really easy. I understand it, you know? We'll need a controller for sure. Can you please show me the full rest? I hate it when there are color variations and it's like hard to see what the actual block is that you need. These are all creative controllers. Like, which is just the regular controller. Here. So this is 4 quartz enriched iron, which this is just quartz and iron. Then the silicon, that's why part of the reason why we're making our sand to convert into silicon. More quartz enriched iron for the casing, and then we need an advanced processor, which is made from diamonds and redstone, more silicon, and processor binding, which is strings and slime, all of which are things that we can make. Then we would need a grid. Just a regular old grid. So we'll need these cores. So that's 2 basic processors. Basic processors are iron, silicon, redstone, and binding. So we need a couple of those. And then we'll need a couple of improved processors. Improved processors are gold, binding, silicon and redstone, and some glass and some other bits and bobs. Yeah. Now applied energistics. It's a very similar type of system. Applied energistics came out first. It's arguably more powerful, but it is much more complicated to get going. So like we're gonna need an ME controller. We'll need Skystone, which we do have that already. We'll need an engineering processor, which we can make using a printed engineering circuit, which is a diamond. We'll have to make these inscribers to press out these different kinds of circuits. We'll also need fluix. So to make fluix, you want to drop a charged Certus quartz, a redstone dust, and a nether quartz in water, and it will turn into fluix. Charged Certus quartz you need to make using a charger. And we actually probably want to get this, to be honest, even if we don't go this route. So you can turn regular Certus quartz into that. Now to get Certus quartz, we do have some, but to get it, we would need probably, there's a way to get a Certus bud. Let me see. We found these, but they sort of exhausted themselves. We can get a flawless, no. You can get a damaged bud by taking a block of Certus and a charged Certus and putting it in oil or water, and we'll get that. And I don't know if there's a way to convert a damaged bud Silk Touch prevents spatial IO, never causes decay. Regenerated using charged quartz. Okay, then you can regenerate them with charged quartz. Yeah. This is really complicated. And then slowly over time it'll grow. So we can take a block of Certus plus a charged Certus quartz, and that would give us one of these, and we can then drop this in water with more charged Certus, and that will regenerate it to the point where it will no longer, where it won't break quite so easily. And if we can get it up to the perfect level, I believe perfect, I don't know if it's going to show this, but perfect, flawless. I believe flawless. Certus quartz. Flawless, flawed, chipped, and damaged. Yeah, so unless it's flawless, every time a bud grows, it has a chance to degrade and eventually stops growing. Flawless will not degrade and act as infinite source. Broken with a Silk Touch, they will not degrade unless they were flawless. I mean, flawless budding Certus blocks cannot be picked up and moved with a pickaxe. We actually can probably move them with packing tape, however. So we need to find a flawless. We need to either create a flawless, flawless budding Certus cannot be crafted. The best we could get it to would be flawed. Yeah, so we'd have to probably create a meteor compass and go seek out this thing, meteorite compass, and we need the charger for that anyway. This will show us the nearest there's one right by the base that we've already plundered, but we'd have to find the next one and hope that we get lucky and find a flawless one. One can hope, right? Let's put one more lava in here. So yeah, a lot of thinking to do, but we'll be able to. We will have had our power situation squared away. We'll have our initial machine set up much better. The other thing that I'm thinking of for the future is maybe a quarry. So we do have this mod in here called Quarry Plus. There's different versions of it. I think the most basic one is a solid fuel quarry. This is just some diamond pickaxes, block of gold, and some furnace. It's really slow and terrible. The sort of medium tier is this. You can see it does require quite a bit of diamonds. That will be an issue for us. And there's also something called the Chunk Destroyer. Yeah, this one requires 3 Quarry Plus, 2 Nether Stars, and a bunch of other crap. This is like literally destroys a whole chunk pretty quickly. The other way we could go is we could go with the builder from RF Tools. And for this, we will need a shape card for a quarry. And this is not too expensive. Just a couple of diamond tools, bit of iron and redstone. And then you also need a block called a builder. Vehicle builder. I guess you could make builders. Cool. Or vehicles. This is also not very expensive. Some bricks, redstone, an ender pearl, and a machine frame. Machine frame is pretty cheap. The thing about the build and with the builder is you define an area that you want it to quarry out, and you have to supply it with power, and you supply it with an inventory where it can put whatever it mines, and it'll just mine out the area. The speed depends on the amount of power that you can give it. And these things chew through power like you would not believe. This is what you need things like reactors for. Although you're getting so many resources that, you know, you can conceivably run the reactor indefinitely. But they will draw as much power as you can give it. So, you know, like if you have your power at your base, you know, you got to make a system so that the it's going to give enough power to the builder so that it can work, but not give it all the power it can take so that your base has no power. I could still put a few more buckets over here. That's cool. Oh gosh, that already cooled off so quickly. I don't know. The builder is easier to do. There is an option that doesn't require any power, and that is create. You can actually make a quarry with create. You can make a contraption with create that has a bunch of these mining drills on it. See these? So you could put these on a contraption. They're a little elaborate to make, but basically what they do is they place rails in front of it, they run on a mine cart, and then they pick up the rails after it. They can also do things like place torches, cover up lava, you know, get rid of water, things like that. And then you can make them as big as you want. Like I've seen them where they're like 10 by 10 of mining drills, like 100 mining drills that can mine a 10 by 10 area and just move forward and mine. And it stores it in chests, and then when it's done operating, they can have a little seat that you can ride on it. And you just ride on it for a while, let it mine up whatever it can, and then you break it down and take it back and take all your resources. So it's pretty cool. I've never built one of those. It might be interesting to build it. But it's not going to get us the massive amount of resources. It's kind of slow. It's not going to be as fast as any of the other quarry options, although it doesn't require any power. That's the nice thing. It does require a lot of time to set it up, test it, and make sure it's working. You have to watch it. Things can go wrong, those kinds of things. The other thing I want to check is, do we have a mining dimension? What is it called? Called like portal or something? Are there any portals in this? Miniature Twilight portal? Or portal? I don't know. What was it called? Telepad? It might not be in here. So normally in all the mods packs, there is a mod called the mining dimension, which does not appear to be in here. We have the mining laser, or the mining gadget. Yeah, they must not have had a chance to add it yet. So that's unfortunate. Maybe you can reach it using a rocket. You could also build a rocket and go to other planets too. That's kind of cool. I mean, these guns are pretty nice. These really let you mine very quickly. I don't know. Like, I don't know of all the options that I mentioned. The builder is probably going to be the easiest to get going on, aside from the power piece of it. This Quarry Plus one, this also does require power. It requires 320,000 FE just to make it, and then I'm sure it requires a lot of power to keep it running. I guess if we wanted something like really quick and dirty, we could try this one. Although in my experience, this doesn't work very well. Like, you can just fuel it with charcoal, but in my experience, it just does not work well. Mini quarry. I guess this is a smaller quarry. Maybe this one would be okay. I don't know. I don't know what some of these things are. Quarry replacer. Book enchantment mover. I don't know. It's hard to say. Are there any other quarry blocks in here? Simple quarry from mine. Oh, there's mine colonies. We're not going to do that. That's terrible. Quarry Y setter. I mean, I'm very tempted to try out this mini quarry and see how it is. I have a feeling it's not going to be great. But I guess if we don't try things out that are new, we keep doing the same things over and over and aren't necessarily that fun. So yeah, honestly, the two things that appeal to me the most as a gamer are doing this or trying to create thing. You can also create as a vertical one, use a hose pulley that allows it to go down vertically. And again, you have the mining drills, just have them aimed down. Again, it works. That one is actually easier to set up and operate. That one would actually be within our capabilities, most likely. Like, we could manufacture like 49 mining drills, so it's a 7x7 area. Great if you could do 16x16, but that's a lot. That's 36 plus 136 mining drills. That is a lot of iron. We could do it. Probably require a lot of rotational force. Probably have to do windmills for that. But we could do it. This thing is just doing work. Kind of filling up, though. It's slow, but it's getting the job done. That's all that matters. I can just, like, let this run for a while. Normally when I make systems like this, I can't like AFK for too long because I know that it's gonna just break down. Perhaps lag out my world. I've actually had that happen before. Not just lag it out, but actually corrupt my world to the point where I had to like manually edit my world in order to make things work again. This is almost done. Kinda wanna just let it finish. Come on, do the last little bit. How hot does this have to be? It's over 300. Is there just... Alright, I'm gonna just dump it. Dump it! Okay, so I can take that. Put that in there, and now we're making LPG again. Gasoline becomes LPG. Nice. That should be a good amount of LPG. We do need to find some more oil, though. It was pretty nice in EnderIO. If you dug straight down, you would find yourself in the purgatory dimension, and if you dug straight down there, the entire bottom of that dimension is a gigantic oil lake. It's unlimited oil. You can just use a pump to suction it up with no problems whatsoever. Okay, that's done. Yeah, I don't know. Do we really even need a quarry? The one thing that I would want a quarry for is uranium. Get power. That's it. And actually, it might be better to do it in the Nether. I think uranium is more common. We'll have to test that. Next time we do this, we'll go to the Nether. I do want to explore the Nether a little bit. We do need a little bit of netherite to do some advancement. And I just think it would be fun. We explored the overworld. We are going to need to find more meteors like that. Get some more Certus going. But I think we did a lot of building this episode. So I think next episode, we're going to do some Nether exploration. Maybe I'll try to get... I put protection 4 on my other armor pieces, so that I have full protection. There are jetpacks. We do in fact have jetpacks. I think there's even 2 different mods. There's iron jetpacks. Oh no, there's just one. If I remember correctly, the silver jetpack is pretty good. So the silver jetpack, it requires 3 4 energy cells, which is 4 of these advanced coils, which is a bunch of gold. We may not have enough gold for this. All right, what about the next lower tier? Silver is made from copper, stone, copper, stone. So maybe a copper jetpack. Yeah. Okay, so this needs basic coils. So 6 basic coils, 7, 8. And that's just iron and redstone. Yeah, 8, 8, 8. A lot of copper, a lot of iron, a lot of redstone. And then the wood version is basically the same thing. And some furnaces. And that could be like a basic. Oh, and Create has a jetpack now too. That's funny. That might be interesting. I don't know how good it is though. I'm a little leery of that. Did I add this to my list? I did. No. Let's take the silver one off my list. And let's add the copper one to my list. So there's jetpack. Are there glider wings? There are if we make the dark steel armor from EnderIO. And also Ars Nouveau has a kind of a flight in it. I think Mystical Agriculture has flight also. There's Tablet of Flight. Limited flight capability. That does not sound good. Oh, I guess it doesn't have flight. What is it? Supremium? What was Supremium armor that gives you flight? Alright, so augments. Absorption, health boost, jump boost, speed, mining. Now where's the good ones? Killing, flight. Tier 5. 4 nether stars required. And Supremium essence, which is is definitely a grind to get that. You have to have a full set of Supremium. This is really good armor though, but this is the best form of flight I think you can get. I think the jetpack, we don't need to be like flying the entire time. Can we get a capacitor though? Because we want some kind of battery. We want to take some kind of battery with us. I think there's something in power. I thought there was more of a... Doesn't look like it. Maybe just battery? Sodium battery from here. The power mod. Yeah. And this I think is relatively cheap. So we'll probably need to get into the power mod a little bit. You can also actually use your backpack to store power. And this is a real basic one, but we can make these pretty easily, these energy batteries, and you could set them up, I think, to keep your stuff charged. I don't know if these have an interface. No, they don't. It's just chewing through here. This is maybe not the best use of power. I'm gonna take this out. Let me put this stuff in my... Yep, no. I did this to kind of turbocharge the amount of sand that I had. But it is kind of a waste of power. Let's get more quartz. Locked it up. And you can process sand directly to get silicon also. I thought you could get gold out of this process, but I guess not. Maybe not. All right, well, listen, chat. This has been a long session. 3.5 hours. Wow. Thank you for hanging out. Got a lot done. Next time is an adventure. It might be tomorrow. I'm not sure. After all this streaming, I think I've streamed like 20 hours in the past couple of days. So we'll have to see. But, you know, if I can, I will. So look out for that. Thanks so much. Don't forget to subscribe. I want to hit 100 subscribers. That's the milestone. It's going to be super great. I'll jump for joy with my bunny slippers. Bye-bye.